Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be going over the body roll and body roll techniques. So first we're going to break it down in steps, which is going to feel kind of weird and awkward and you're not really going to like it. But once you get the hang of where you're supposed to be at any given point, then you can start to smooth it out and it'll look a little less strange and a little more fluid. This is for guys and girls. There is not really a difference between the guy's body roll and the girl's body roll, except for I would say the girls can make it look a little bit more sensual, make it bigger, and the guys would typically make it a little bit smaller. But the mechanics of it are the same, so this is not just for the ladies, even though I'm teaching it in Dimitrios, not. Okay, so first we're going to start with our feet, which is really important. So our right leg, just so we're on the same page, our right leg is going to go forward and our left leg is going to go back. Our right toe is facing in the direction that we're going to body roll, and our back toe is facing out. And the reason that we do this is because I'm way more stable when this foot is turned perpendicular to the front foot. Yes, so if I turn this foot in and they're both parallel like this, I feel really wobbly. Yeah, but the minute I turn this out, I have stability in this back leg. So I can depend on my feet and my ankles a little bit more. Yes? So now that we've covered the feet position, that's very important. Second thing is we're going to talk about weight. Your body weight moving from one leg to the other. Yes? So when we start the body roll, our weight of our body is on our back leg, meaning that I could literally pick up my front foot and it wouldn't change anything. Then I'm going to switch my weight to my front foot. And now I could lift this without anything changing, and just go back and forth and back forward. Yes? So we start in this position. I'm going to give you 5 steps to execute a body roll in practice, and then we can add flair and make it more fluid. Yes? So step 1, I'm just going to move my body weight into my front leg. Leg straight, toe pointed. Yes? So this is step 1. Step 2, I'm going to open up my shoulders. Yes? So I don't want to make it look crazy. I just take your chest open, yeah? Don't worry about what happens with the hands right now. Just focus on the body. So as I go forward, 1, open, 2. Yes, whatever happens to the hands happens. Yes? 3, imagine a laser pointing out from my chest forward, and then I go up. Boom. Yes? So think of like the wall and the ceiling where that point meets is where you're going to angle that line. Boom. Yes? So again, we go. 1, open up. 2, chest angle. 3. Yes, this is kind of like not a fun position to be in, but that's number 3. We go. 1, open. 2, up. 3. So now 4, notice that my legs are still straight all the way up until step 3. Step 4 is when I can go into my back leg and bend my knees. So I'm here, 3, I'm going to go back, 4. Think of my hips pushing up. So this is even more awkward. 4, and my belly button is up, hips are up. Yes, this is 4. So again, we go. Weight shift, 1. Open up the shoulders, 2. Waist up, 3. Into the back leg, hips up for 4. 4. Super awkward, I know. Then we want to think about pushing our hips up as our belly button goes in. Here. And roll for 5. So when we're here, we need to think hips up, up as our belly button goes in. Right there. That's the hardest part for people. Yes? Okay. So let's just take a break on that for a second, and I want to work on the hips so you can relax that a little. So, same setup. I want you to have your front leg pointing this way, back leg pointing this way, or toe. And I want you to just, from here, bend your knees and go down. Yes? So if you're doing it correctly, if I am facing you, this knee is pointing forward and this knee is pointing out. And I'm bent. I could lift this because my weight is being supported on my back leg. Okay, so here. Now I just want to go forward. So I pelvis tuck, tailbone tuck, and relax. And tuck, and relax. Tuck, and relax. Yeah, so now I almost want to create tuck, and I want to roll through. Yes, so when I'm tuck, I want to roll through, not just dump the hips. Yes, so that's when I'm talking about is when we're here, I want to tuck the pelvis and roll through. That's my 5. Yes, so that's what's hard for people is this roll. We go. Let's tie the 1 through 5 together now. We go 1, moving into the step. 2, opening up the shoulders. 3, going up. 4, going into the back legs. I can bend my knees, but it's still awkward. 5, I'm tucking and rolling through. Yes? We can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes? So another thing on 5 that people tend to do, which you want to avoid, is leaning forward or sticking your butt out too much. So when we do this, imagine I'm doing the body roll here. We just want to stop with the neutral back. Yes, not flared and not sitting over. It's just straight. Yes, so let's go through the 1 through 5 a few more times, and then we'll switch directions. Should be the same, but it'll feel a little different. And then I'll explain how to make it look a little bit more smooth. So, right leg forward, left leg out. We go. 1, 2, 3, back leg. 4, we can bend. 5, we're going to do that pelvis tuck, roll through. Neutral here. Yes, again. 1, 3, 4, 5. Yes, other side. So now our left leg is forward, toe pointing forward, right leg pointing diagonally out. So we're going to shift our weight forward, point the toe, shoulders open, chest up. Then we can move into our back leg, hips up. Now we can pelvis tuck and roll through. I know it's like the most awkward spot, but it's really important to relax that part because what most people do is this. Yeah, and it doesn't look like a body roll because this part of your stomach is not used to that flexion. Yes, so we go forward, shoulders up, back leg here, hips up, tuck, pelvis up, and roll through. Smooth it out. Forward, up, back leg, roll through. Yes? So that's like the 5 steps, but they're still very robotic and they don't really look very pretty. So if you're new to body rolls and this is still hard for you, I would practice these over and over. Then like you could pause the video and then come back and add flair when you feel like you've gotten that. Do it in the mirror, and if you're still doing this kind of thing, don't move on to the next part because you haven't really gotten the basics, yes? Some common mistakes that might happen when you're doing it in the mirror is people go forward with their pelvis first, and then they have nowhere to roll. Yeah, so that's why it's very important to lead with your chest forward, then roll back, as opposed to like starting like this and having nowhere to go. Yeah, so that's one common mistake. Another common mistake is to go forward with bent knees, and then the whole body roll feels really weird. So straight, leading with the chest, then remember wall, peeling away. Yeah? Okay, so make sure you pause the video if you need to, practice that, and then I'm gonna move on to adding a little bit more flair. So once those 5 are good, what we can then focus on is kind of actually coming forward with the front of our body first. So in the 5 steps, we came forward very flat. But when you're trying to make it smooth, you need to lead it with the chest. So if I'm coming, I'm leading it here. Yeah? So I lead with the chest. Then I can start doing the rest of that roll up. So think forward with your chest, and then you're creating like this U shape backwards. U, and then everything's the same. Hips up, pelvis tuck, roll through. So that flair is coming from leading here. And then the body roll happens. Yeah? So that's a really important part, is to understand that you need to, like legs, weight, feet, everything. So please, please, please don't add this part on until you understand the beginning. But yeah, so lead and forward. Another thing that people do is kind of come in with the shoulder, in, and then open it up to make it a little bit more dramatic. Yes. Another thing you want to watch out for when you're starting to get more fluid is not sticking your belly out. So people do this and then they stick their stomach out. But it's not about your stomach, it's about your ribs. Ribs, and then you actually want to contract the stomach here. Contract. You don't want to... Nice visual, right? So yes, that concludes a body roll. I'm going to do it from the other direction so you can see. We'll do the 5 steps this way, 5 steps this way, and then smooth and smooth. So we go here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes? And arms, again, they look weird. Who cares? It's not about the arms. It's about the body. So do whatever you got to do. Yes? Forward, shoulders back, ribs up, back leg through. Yes? Now smoothing it out. We go leading with our chest, U-shape back, and we sit. Ladies, when I sit, actually, no, it's gentlemen too, but I point my toe and I go on the ball of my foot. So I don't do it flat like that. I lift it up when I'm done. On this side, again, leading with your chest, back, and sit, lifting the toe. Yep. So that is a body roll. Remember, it takes a long time to perfect. It's easy to learn, hard to master. So do it over and over and over. Repetition is your friend here. And getting feedback from the mirror is going to be very important. So don't just try to do it without seeing yourself. Really steady yourself in the mirror and say like, that part looks funny. Let me try it again and again. And like everything in dance, the most important thing is that you're not hard on yourself and you just try over and over, and eventually things just start clicking. And before you know it, you're doing a body roll. So practice, 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 and we'll see you in the next video.